old-fashioned regalia and snowflowers grace our walk to the CUUB entranceway in front. And I walk past these nearly every single time I come in here and totally ignore them. So this week, I tried to stop that mindless practice. I tried to wake up and smell the roses as I walked by the flowers. Earlier this week, someone told me, I am tired of being angry all the time. In our conversation, it came out that they were upset at all the various discriminatory and illegal measures that the administration has been undertaking, and all the lies upon lies upon lies surrounding them. He is angry. His circle, his friends are angry. And they don't know what to do with that anger. A few days later on National Public Radio, NPR, Dr. Vivek Murthy observed that the world has become a darker, disconnected, and meaner place. He said, and I quote, "Look, this is a time where many people are reading the news, looking around them, and feeling a sense of despair about the world. They're feeling drained by the conflict and the polarization we see around us. And I must say, so many people say to me that it feels like the world has gotten meaner, like we care less about each other. There's more cruelty around us." So Dr. Murthy is a former two-time Surgeon General of the United States. He is a British-born immigrant of Indian heritage. Dr. Murthy suggests several solutions to this predicament. Have a real, personal, 15-minute long conversation with someone who you do not know, not via text message, and not distracted by your telephone or anything else going on. Get to know a new person. He also suggests service to others, because in that service, we reignite our own kindness and compassion. So both of these conversations from earlier this week reminded me of Timothy Snyder's book on tyranny, 20 lessons from the 20th century. And we probably all heard the first lesson, do not obey in advance, right? Another one of Snyder's 20 lessons is number 13, practice corporeal politics. He explains, power wants your emotions softening in your chair and your emotions dissipating on your screen. So remember that person with his circle of friends who were basically stuck in anger and didn't know what to do about it? Or those people that Dr. Murthy talked about who are drained by the conflicts and the polarizations going on in the country? What about yourself? What's going on in your own lives? How is this political environment affecting you? So according to Snyder, authoritarians intentionally seek to disempower the public. They use any means possible to emotionally overwhelm and drain people into passive complacency. They want people to be unable to respond and react and do anything, because then it's easier for authoritarians to manipulate people who do not have the capacity to question them or to resist them. So how does Snyder counter such incapacitating passivity? He says, get outside. Put your body in unfamiliar places with unfamiliar people. Make new friends and march with them. So he's suggesting that we could respond to the insulation, to the emotional attacks, to the censorship of information by intentionally re-engaging our engagement in society. He invites us to develop new, larger circles of acquaintances and potentially friends. He's telling us to create new social networks. And he emphasizes, make new friends and march with them. March with them. I was thinking about this. You know, in this year, I think I have already participated in more marches, demonstrations, and rallies, and it's only half the year, than I have ever in an entire year in my lifetime. I mean, every year I've done something, but like in half a year, we've already done so much. And here I am ready for our next event. Here's my cup cap. Here's my CUUB shirt available to you from that website that CUUB is selling. Okay, advertising moment. And so today we've got the opportunity to be at Brighton's Rainbow Reception. Where's my prop? Beth had to leave, but she said to make sure to bring your rainbow umbrellas. And at that rainbow reception, we're going to remind our neighbors that we love all people, like all the diverse flowers in the world. All are welcome here. And reminding them that love is our core value and our core spiritual pursuit. All you need is love is like our unofficial CUUB motto. I'm glad this came up for our 25th anniversary celebration because it is so appropriate to who we are at CUUB and what we strive to be. So come and visit today, 12 to 3. Enjoy the live music and the juggling performance. And there's going to be tables from other service agencies at that event, basically. The next event, the next big event is coming up on June 14th, which is Flag Day. And that's also the day that the $94 million military parade is going to happen in Washington, D.C. According to USA Today, and I quote, raw displays of military power are more common to parades in Russia, China, and North Korea, end quote, but are rarely held in democracies. Think about that. So on that day, June 14th, Livingston Undivided is hosting a No King's Day rally at the Brighton Mill Pond. And on the same day, planned already 6 to 8 months ago, the Livingston Diversity Council is holding the Livingston Pride Parade at the historic Howell Courthouse. CUUB will be there. Bring your rainbow umbrellas again. I'm sorry, I skipped. We're going to be sharing a table with all the other welcoming and affirming churches in Livingston County. And we're going to let our neighbors know that we love all people, like all flowers, and we welcome them and encourage their active participation in our congregations with no exceptions, with no bars. Again, we're reminding them that all you need is love. And then finally, jumping a month forward, CUUB is leading an all peoples contingent in the Brighton 4th of July parade. Again, bring your rainbow umbrellas. And all races and LGBTQ folks will be welcome there. And this is very important because you need to know that other contingents in the 4th of July parade have banned either racial minorities or queer folks. So we are going to be the contingent that is welcoming all people, everybody, including those who are banned by the other groups in the parade. We're letting our neighbors know that all people, like all flowers, are welcome here. We're reminding them that love is our core value, that all you need is love. So these are just several examples of ways of getting out, engaging new friends, new acquaintances, meeting new people, talking about what matters to us, what are those values important to us, and helping to transform our society, the society that we live here in Brighton, Michigan, in Howell, Michigan, in Livingston County, Michigan, into the beloved community where all are welcome with no exceptions. Outreach to build beloved community is spiritual work. It is grounded in our faith. And it challenges us. I myself, I don't like to go up to strangers in a parade and start talking to them. Hey, how are you? What's going on with you or something? That's not me. That's not my style. Maybe it's some of your style. So it challenges us. But such experiences also transform us. They rekindle that compassion, that hope, that love that we have for creating this better world for all people, to be able to live in it with justice and peace, having all their needs met. Like this diversity of flowers, our human species has evolved into a great and beautiful diversity of humanity. Now, Western civilization, with its colonial heritage, has labeled this plethora of natural human diversity as race, and defined all these different races, which are simply artificial, imagined categories. The Unitarian Universalist Association, our denomination, has committed itself to becoming an anti-racist, anti-oppressive, multicultural denomination. We support, at its core, from the ground up, diversity, equity, and inclusion for the common good of all people living on our planet home, our Mother Earth. Humanity has evolved with such great diversity like these flowers, and we celebrate that diversity of people and all their different characteristics and interests. And we don't do this in isolation. It's not just me alone doing this or you alone doing this. We do this together in our congregational community. And it's not just in this congregational community that we're doing this. We're doing this together with other Unitarian Universalist congregations across the nation, across the North American continent, across the world. And we do this together with other faith communities who seek the same goal of sharing love for all people. And we realize that this is hard work. This is difficult work. As Unitarian Universalists, we acknowledge our racial and economic privilege. We tend to be a very white, very economically privileged denomination. And we acknowledge that. We seek to become allies for racial justice, allies for LGBTQ and trans allies, allies for reproductive justice, allies for immigrant rights. Those are the goals that we seek, because we see out of this diversity of humanity, we create a better world for everyone here. We seek to transform our divided society, our polarized society, into one that brings people together, that creates the beloved community. And so today, in a few moments, we're about to celebrate Flower Communion. Our sanctuary is filled with all kinds of multicolored flowers. And if you sniff, even from way back there where Jim is sitting, you can wake up and smell the roses. We celebrate the evolution of life on our planet home. It has created such an abundant and natural diversity. And I'm not just talking about the flowers now. Each of us is a flower. Each of us is a beautiful, unique, one-time gift to evolution. And we share our beauty, we share our love with those around us. We celebrate life on our planet home. And together we seek a world that is filled with beauty, like the beauty of these flowers, like the beauty of humanity. A world that is filled with diversity, and a world that is filled with love.